decade, 200 years, but can it reach the ideal of like gender balance? And it's not just about feminism. It's not that. It's not gender balance. And you just said 2 minutes ago that you believe that ideal cannot be achieved. I'm not willing to disagree, but I just want to know why you think it cannot be achieved. I'm just curious.
It's a little funny because he knows shit up going on in this world that to actually believe that anything good could happen to me.
I just want to hear his perspective.
Yeah, go ahead. You're not.
Actually,
I've
not researched that one yet. But I think all the ideals cannot be achieved. So I'm rather pessimist, environmental degradation will not be stopped, and democratization cannot be achieved. So we're only going toward some goal. We can really, I mean, it would be an ideal world to have gender equality, but unfortunately also there are differences which are, I think, in our subconscious, which we can overcome so easily. I mean, even I think, just when she talked about this gender ring of people, I mean, it affects male as well, especially if I grew up, I didn't want to be like a strong guy or whatever, I wanted to be like I am, and I was actually quite a weak child, and everyone was teasing me, and it's very self-conscious. I've been quite the opposite of Vivian, I think, not being a strong person, and getting teased all the time. I had to fight by myself, to get over this kind of bias. And I was thinking, like, I like red color, but they said that's for girls. So why should you like red color? It's very girlish.
Do you still like red?
I still like red. I also like blue.
I don't see you wear red very often. Is that?
Yeah, I guess.
Only in the university?
I guess. No. Actually, I do sometimes wear red.
You should wear it more than your favorite color. Red is a great color.
No, so I'm just rather pessimistic in all regards. So.
It might be a bit weird obstacle, but so you're German, and I feel like that's where, the revolution of renewable energy is coming along. You guys are led by Angela Merkel, so would kind of Germany be a model of that equality and that kind of good ideals being realized?
I think not. Actually, Angela Merkel is more an exception than a rule, right? She's, I think she's taken a revolution. But look at German politics. It's still, at most levels, it's male dominant. It's not that different from what's in other countries. They may have made greater strides, but it's still, especially like the Christian Democrats, the more right-wing parties, women are very much underrepresented. And Angela Merkel is actually coming from a right-wing party. The CDU, the Christian Democrats, is a right party. And I think the only party that has a gender balance is the Green Party. So I think we have made some progress, more than maybe the US, but it's still far away from creating a balance. And also, like, salaries are still much lower for women than for men. That is also the same, I think. The culture, the sexism in the culture.
I think the media sexualized Angela Merkel too. I remember it was a couple of years ago when she was, I think she was taking a picture with President George W. Bush, and she was wearing this formal gown, and she was just leaning over to talk to President Bush, and the picture was taken like just to have her exposing chest in the middle of the picture. And then I think they titled it, I don't know, mass destruction weapon or whatever, for that picture. For that picture that was focused on her bare, exposing chest or whatever, It's everywhere actually. Because even in this documentary, when you say that the government of Cuba and China, Iraq and Afghanistan, they have more women in the government, it doesn't really say much about the sexist culture in these 4 countries. When you think about Iraq and Afghanistan, you get a picture of how women in a Muslim religion are being treated. In China, the law doesn't give a shit about women's rights. You have these property laws that gives the house or the estate to the person that owns the family. And that most of the time is the man. comedies for men and women. You know, when you get a divorce, you're supposed to either split the half and half or whatever. But you know, women don't usually get their half. You know, and the culture is just very disgusting. It's very disgusting. But here in Hong Kong too, it's revolting all the time.
But I was a little disappointed they missed out some of the greater feminine or female shows in the US that I think make some difference or make at least challenge the argument a little bit. Yeah, there was the Golden Girls who ran I think 11 seasons or 8 seasons, I don't know. And there were 4 elderly women, different, I mean, there's like normal sex. I mean, there was this one sexy one, you know, it's still sexually active even though she's past her 50s, and always thinks she's a beauty. And, you know, it makes some fun of it. It's not perfect, but I think it's still. And then one of my favorite TV shows is Star Trek. Star Trek, not the newer ones, but the older shows. And there's Star Trek Voyager. I don't know if you know this one.
Don't ask me, I don't watch any.
So Star Trek Voyager, the captain became female, a woman captain. But then there's a lot of criticism about her because she was not the typical you would say as a leadership function and stuff like that. But actually, the show's problem was not that she was, but that they went back to the stereotypes of the old Star Trek, the very simplistic storyline, and instead of moving toward the more sophisticated one that they had in the previous show. But apparently viewers liked the more simplistic stuff and wanted shooting and fighting, and it still ran for the same number of seasons as the previous Star Trek.
I think